my city, this for my city, this for the town, this for the town, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, 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 this for my city. This for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, this for my city, you know how we on it, they know how we coming. This is my city, we thank you for coming, we party at night, go home in the morning. This for my city, this for my city, this for my city, we thank you for coming, we thank you for coming. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Too many times I told these stop playing with me, go play with your kids. I don't want to hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread or the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. I'm way too busy to hate on a bank account, look like she banking on tips. I came up for nothing, was laying on and sleeping in bundles and paying no rent. Everyone loves you when fame don't exist. When I made $1 million, they said that I switched. My watch is too pricey, my chain is on lit, my diamonds are icy. I'm skating on this. Skating like
nobody better than me. Nobody better than me. Nobody better than me.
It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Sparks against the Las Vegas Aces. And from Sin City, I'm Blake Suniga, joined by two terrible poker players, Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, and we're in for a good one tonight.
Well, we're approaching the halfway mark of the season, so what should teams be focused on right now?
Well, it's a key part of the schedule, and you have to answer the big question as the deadline gets closer. Are we a buyer or a seller?
Yeah, I agree, and I'll add in this. Rotations, they're very important. They should be figured out by this point of the year. I think the testing out phase of the season is over. It's full steam ahead.
Pass to Goddess. Back to Diggins Smith. Takes the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Diggins Smith gets set up to shoot there. The receiving end of the pass. For once. Love the confidence she has in her shot.
Now here's Cloud. With the floater, Neko Bumake pulls it in.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
And that one's good, Diggins Smith.
Consistently carrying a solid workload, Diggins Smith has proven her ability to succeed at this level.
Here's Cloud. Brings down low. She's guarded by Wilson. Brings shot is off. Pass to Dolson. Now here is Goddess. Wilson sets a screen. Down low. One up, one down. She makes her first shot in this game.
Plays with such imagination and vision. Players like Wilson go on to have long, successful careers.
Now here's Cloud. Looking to end the run. Jackson gets the bucket.
Offensively, she can be the engine that drives them at any given moment.
Pass to Wilson. 4-on-3 on the break. Here's Cook, covered by Goddess. Cook can't get it to go. To the middle, outside for Diggins Smith. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Wilson drops in the layup for 2.
They're off and running. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
And here are the Sparks now. They trail by 7. Loud outside. Brink a screen. To the inside. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
What a nice job by Brink there. Found her spot off the pick. She's kind of the ideal screener in that action.
One of the key cogs in Washington's 2019 title run, Natasha Cloud.
I mean, she was huge. The Mystics getting their first title with Cloud as the starting point guard. She's a bona fide clutch player, someone you want on the floor in big moments.
Now here's Cloud, guarded by Diggins Smith. Pass to Hines Allen.
Back to Jackson. And here's Cook.
From past the arc. Neko Ogumike with the rebound. The Aces with the lead. To the paint. Now here's Goddess. The 19-foot shot. He clangs that one off the back iron and it falls.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end in the early going.
Their field goal percentage is terrific. Exactly the start they were hoping for.
Now here's Cloud. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And here's Nika from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Their offense has come together immediately. They're threatening to run away with this game.
I can't imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they can even come close, look out.
To pick up and keep this offensive pace would be insane.
Here's Cook. Brink a screen.
6 to shoot. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Ogumike outside. And the Aces, another 3.
They built a big lead very early.
Boy, right from the tip, there isn't anything they haven't done well.
It has been a textbook dominant performance.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Jackson.
Brink.
Hines Allen. He's guarded by Wilson. 3-pointer Natasha Cloud buries it from 3-point range.
Showing that competitive fire. Natasha Cloud takes pride in coming back with a 3 of her own.
Now here's Wilson, covered by Hines Allen. And that one's good. Wilson.
Yeah, they're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. This just isn't going to cut it if they want a chance at winning this game.
Not at all. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. I mean, effort-wise, execution-wise, something. They've got to do better.
Brink, the shot is good.
Well, the moment Brink has that rock inside, you lose. She is just too good around the hoop.
Here's Goddess. Outside, Diggins Smith lets it go from deep. And the Aces, another 3.
They are doing some damage from downtown, guys.
Which is the main reason they're sitting on this huge early lead. What shooting.
Just an aerial display from beyond the arc.
Now here's Cloud. From about 10 feet out, another one falls for the Sparks.
Nice work by Jackson. Going after the high percentage look inside.
Now Goddess. Back to Dolson. Out to Ogumike. Goddess. Wilson outside. Over Hines Allen. And the Aces tack on 2 more.
Full court man-to-man defense.
And this will put both the offense and the defense to the test.
Jackson outside.
Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Aces.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open. Great confidence on the J from Wilson. You know, she's known as a post player, but Asia has really worked on that jumper.
Cloud with it.
Jackson outside.
The rebound by Asia Wilson. And here's Goddess. Higgins-Smith. She makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start her game.
That's their third straight make off an assist, and it's always good when you can score points by getting teammates involved.
Yeah, that's just great ball movement.
Now here's Cloud.
Outside Brink.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now here is Goddess. Inside.
Well, with Angel's ability to get points in the paint, defenders are kind of forced to body her up.
And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one.
Las Vegas, Angel Reese. 2 shots. Shooting 2.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, the excitement around Angel Reese is infectious. She's a very skillful player who brings a ton of energy to not just her team, but everyone who watches her.
That misses, so she splits the free throws. Sampson gets it to go from downtown.
Lovely heads-up pass from Jackson right there. Her basketball IQ is off the charts.
To the paint, here's Reese. Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Such a pretty pass.
I don't have an exact number for you, but I can tell you we've seen it a lot. Okay, let's just say that. Strictly using assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
For 3. Las Vegas grabs the miss. Pass to Zawi B. Here's Goddess. Back to Bonner. The 3. Second shot opportunity. Zawi B's shot is off.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
Jackson outside.
Fades. DeWanna Bonner with the rebound.
Yeah, her touch has deserted her this quarter. Nowhere to be found.
Here's Goddess. DeWanna Bonner on the wing. The 3. They get it back. Reese gets the bucket.
And you're seeing why you have to box out Reese, or else she'll torch you on the offensive glass.
On the wing, Rakia Jackson.
The Sparks, no good that time either. Now Goddess. Pass to Zawi B. Goddess. Back to Zawi B.
Now it's Reese.
4 seconds left. And she takes it up and lays it in.
Way to work the ball in close to the hoop.
We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. The Aces on top, opening a huge gap. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And we'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move into the second. And a comfortable margin for the Aces here, guys.
It's been a long-range battle for them, and one they are winning.
Some sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
There's the three. The rebound by Goddess. Wilson outside. Cannon. Goddess. Brink covering. Goddess with the ball. Sykes outside. From deep. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
And as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
And it really could get out of hand because their defense has been just as excellent as their offense.
Great overall game.
Now here's Angsler. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Brink's shot is off.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
To the inside. Here's Wilson. And it's Wilson with the foul. That's her first foul.
First personal foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
When you think about dominant players in the league, A'ja Wilson right now is the first person that comes to mind.
Well, her game really speaks for itself, doesn't it? And then you factor in all the awards, all the accomplishments, and like you said, she has to be at the top of your list.
5 to shoot. No good with the triple. And it's the Aces with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Goddess up top. Launches a three, and it's A'ja Wilson with the three.
When they've gone to her, she's come through. Keep getting her touches.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Pass to Brink.
Nice defense from A'ja Wilson.
Credit the D there. Got in her face, got her hands up, made sure she was not comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight on her. Didn't allow her the space she needed to get a good shot off. I just love that effort.
Brittany Sykes for three.
Another three for Las Vegas.
Well, beyond the arc, Sykes can be pretty choosy. But she finds an angle she likes and drills it.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Angsler. Brink. It's stolen by Goddess. Sykes outside. Now Goddess. Wilson outside, fires the three. Count that as her 7th field goal in 10 tries. She's shooting a nifty 70%.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Stokes.
Reese defending.
Pass to Stokes. Shot to stop the drought. It's hauled in by the Aces.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off.
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
Now the Sparks with it. Nothing offensively from them yet in this second quarter. Sampson. The Sparks, no good that time either. Down low. And she keep it going. A nice shot by Wilson.
She's finding all kinds of ways to get it going right now. What a quarter she's having.
And stolen by Brittany Sykes. And now the Aces on the break. Here's Cannon. Finished off the break.
And now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up much longer.
When was the last time they missed, Tim? This is just a remarkable shooting display.
They're putting on a clinic.
They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
And the shot is good. Here's Goddess. Wilson outside. Pass to Goddess. Just 5 on the clock. Brink with the steal. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there. A big gap in the D.
And here's Goddess. Wilson, left side. Reese. Cannon. She's guarded by Angsler. Outside, Reese. Pass to Goddess. Brittany Sykes for 3. Down it goes for her third basket in as many tries.
She's coming to life after a slow start in the first quarter.
Now the Sparks with it. Here's Brink. Now here's Angsler. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. To the middle. Here's Wilson for the basket for her 10th make. 10 for 12. That's 82%.
Shaky defense down low again. It's just been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get battered like this inside.
Pass to Angsler. Brink. She's guarded by Wilson. Nice defense from Asia Wilson.
She hasn't had much success shooting the ball.
Here's Goddess. Outside, Reese. Another 3 for Las Vegas.
Well, this is when things get tricky. When Reese is connecting from long range, the defense doesn't know how to defend her.
And they're getting beat up pretty bad out there.
Yep, you know, they can't keep up the status quo. They've got to make some changes.
Yeah, this game will be over quickly. Sampson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Wilson, Brink covering. And that one's good. Wilson.
They're just killing them in the paint.
You can say that again. I mean, the defenders aren't being nearly aggressive enough down low.
They're just killing them in the paint.
Thank you.
Pass to Angsler. Brink with the ball. And she hits the jumper. Well, she's been waiting a while for that. And here's Sykes. And she drops in the layup off glass.
The more touches she gets, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Brink. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it again. Tries again. They shoot again. No luck. They battled on the glass, but just couldn't knock it down.
And not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them inside.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The defense better start buckling down.
They're getting exposed and punished down low.
One shot.
And
And talking about Brittany Sykes, she's known for her defense.
Well, when those GM surveys come out every year, Sykes is normally the pick for best wing defender. She's an old school type of guard, doesn't take a lot of threes, hangs her hat on disrupting opponents.
Now here's Angsler. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And here they come. Pass to Wilson. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Scoring well here at the midway point and starting to put some distance between them.
Yeah, they're padding that lead bit by bit, and offensively, they just continue to roll, Tim.
Absolutely, Brian. Have to continue playing with this intensity.
Now here's Angsler. Back to Cloud. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Skylar Diggins-Smith. That's her first foul.
First team foul.
Cloud outside. They need this. Las Vegas grabs the miss. Now Goddess. Ogumake left side. Over Jackson. And the Aces tack on 2 more.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They just aren't missing.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Angsler. Cloud with it. 5 on the clock. Now Cook. 3-pointer. That one's good. And so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily in the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Well, look, it's one thing when they're falling, but when you go cold in particular, you've got to get in there and mix it up.
And get some better looks.
Please, come on.
And here's Goddess. Got it off in time. And down it went just as the clock hit 0.
Impeccable timing and unbelievable touch.
Well, those are the ingredients you need for some buzzer-beating magic.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Aces ahead, delivering the blowout. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter going. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. Wilson has been dominant in this game.
Well, I think it'll be important to see if they can stop her down in the second half because so far they have not had any answer for her when she's down on the block.
Yeah, maybe mixing up her looks, bumping her out, front her, double down. Just do something to throw her off her rhythm.
Now here's Cloud.
Jackson outside.
Got a piece of it. And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Sparks able to keep the ball here. Cloud outside. Just 5 to shoot. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Dolson,
Ring covering.
pass to Goddess. Back to Dolson. Here's Goddess. Diggins-Smith shoots over Cloud. And the Aces tack on 2 more.
You just love a player like her. She's been the floor general at the offensive end.
She has been on it today, just doing a great job of keeping that ball moving.
Now here's Cloud. It's stolen by Neko Gumake. To the inside, Wilson, and she lays it straight in.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball not only inside, but convert those opportunities.
No doubt what their offensive philosophy is today. Pound that ball inside.
I love it.
Here's Cloud.
Jackson outside.
Neko Bumake pulls it in. And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
Now here is Goddess. Fires from deep. And the three ball is good.
3 straight makes to start the second half.
Now the Sparks with it. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Pass to Cloud. To halt the run. Again, the miss by the Sparks.
Not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Goddess. 7 points in the game. Wilson sets a screen. Another 3 in the third quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Jackson. Wilson pulls it down.
Yet to connect.
Now Goddess. 10 points for her. Over to the wing. That one falls, coming off Stephanie Olsen's feet.
And add another 3-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You'll love to see that.
Now here's Cloud.
Jackson outside.
To the paint. Here's Brink. The Sparks, no good that time either.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Outside, Diggin Smith. Down low. Here's Goddess. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's an 86% accuracy mark. Now the Sparks with it. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
She's gone cold, and I'm not sure she's their best option offensively as they look to cut this deficit.
And that one good.
Everything they put up is falling in, and that score keeps climbing.
And that is one demoralized set of defenders out there.
Now here's Cloud.
Jackson outside.
Trying to get back on track. The shot misses.
She's going to play her way right onto the bench if she continues to shoot the ball like she has this quarter.
Ian Wilson gets it to go.
Strong work for her at the offensive end, helping them sustain this lead.
Up top, Jackson.
The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
I like how versatile Jackson is. She can create her own shots, and she's also just as good shooting off the catch.
Now here's Diggin Smith. 14 points for her.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
Here's Cook.
Let's go with a 3.
Again, Rickea Jackson missing.
She certainly has not been at her best this quarter, to say the least.
Basket counts.
Great teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They're playing as one. 5 straight baskets resulting from assists.
Great team basketball.
Now here's Cloud.
Jackson outside.
Shot clock at 5. Back to Cloud. Shoots the 3. Another shot.
And Brink laying it in.
The relentless effort of Brink cashing in on those second chance points.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
And Diggin Smith gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Every pass is with purpose, and their last 10 points have come off of assists. Great team basketball on display right now.
Now here's Jackson.
She's got 6. Another one falls for the Sparks.
I'm sure that wasn't the shot they had in mind there, but they'll take it.
They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in.
Really, guys, it's been an exceptional performance from her from the field.
Cloud with it. Pass to Cook. From downtown. And the foul called on Cloud. That is her first foul of the game. The Sparks making a switch here. Here's Las Vegas. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Good on the triple.
No time for hesitation on the catch and shoot. Zawi B knows the value of quick decision making.
Up top, Cloud, covered by Goddess. Pass to Angsler. Inside. Here's Brink. It's hauled in by the Aces. And here is Sykes, guarded by Jackson. And you can count it. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
First personal foul.
Well, that's a gritty play right there by Jackson. She takes the foul and still gets her shot to fall.
One shot.
And she's got her first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot.
You know, scoring just comes naturally to Rickea Jackson. She gets to her spots with ease, she has great elevation on her jumper, and she excels at absorbing contact on her way to the rim.
Now it's Reese. Pass to Goddess. And that's out of bounds. Las Vegas will retain possession.
She had no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important because probably would have been a quick 2 points if she doesn't knock it out of bounds. So I love that effort level.
Here's Goddess. She's got 19. The bank shot, no good.
That's a missed opportunity right there.
And she'll be the first to tell you that's one she should have buried.
Jackson outside. Second chance shot. She can't get that one to fall. Good D by DeWanna Bonner.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now here is Goddess. Tight defense on her. And she makes that one.
We didn't see much from her the first half, but she's making up for lost time.
So it's the Sparks now. Cloud outside. Pass to Jackson. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
Great quarter for her at the offensive end, trying to will them back.
The 3 ball for the basket for her 10th make. 10 for 12, that's 82%.
Since halftime, she's finally coming around.
Covered by Goddess. Pass to Jackson. Again, Rickea Jackson missing. Now here is Goddess. She's guarded by Angsler. Here's Goddess. Shoots a fader. And again, it's Las Vegas.
I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but it counts just the same.
Cloud outside. Jackson outside. Back to Cloud. Clock at 6. And it's off from 3-point range.
She's disappeared this quarter. They could use the help to cut into the lead.
Reese gets the bucket.
Well, we saw this in her collegiate career. The fear of contact does not exist in Angel Reese.
Covered by Goddess. to Jackson. And here's Engstler to end the run. That one, no good. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Aces ahead, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. Here's Las Vegas. Ogumake outside. Shoots over Engstler. The Sparks grab the miss. Pass to Stokes. Fouled hard that time, and she'll get 2 shots at the line. It's going to go on Neko Ogumake.
Well, usually you want to foul a big, but not Cameron Brink. She is excellent at the free throw line.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And you know, when Brink is on the floor, she adds multiple dimensions to this offense.
Her defense gets a lot of attention, but she does so much offensively. She's great in the post, she can spot up, and she's come a long way as a passer.
And good on both.
You're talking about the young Cameron Brink. She's already an elite shot blocker.
Well, it's rare for a player to come into the league with an elite top-end skill. But Brink has that combination of length and smarts, reads the game so well. Cameron's going to be a menace defensively for years. After defending the shot, she didn't quit on that play. Followed it straight to the glass for the rebound.
We've played just over a minute here in the fourth quarter. And it's Dolson with the rebound. And it's the Aces with the ball. Outside, Diggins-Smith. Pass to Ogumake. Fires for 3. That shot off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Diggins-Smith. Dolson with it. Rebound by the Sparks. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Now here's Diggins-Smith. Pass to Heidemann.
Dolson. There's the double team with Brink.
And here's Nneka from the arc. That shot missing. Now here's Engstler. No dice from 9 feet out. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
And good that time.
Buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in their shooting.
Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 buckets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one.
And I certainly hope so.
And it's the Aces with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
The mobility of Dolson coupled with her size, it's very difficult once she gets inside to stop. Sometimes you have to foul.
For life in Las Vegas, Stephanie Dolson. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
A 2-time national champion at Connecticut, Stephanie Dolson was a 6th overall pick in 2014. A couple All-Star games later, she's a valuable player in the WNBA.
And she's good on the second. And here's Cloud. On the wing, Emily Angsler. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Cloud outside. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Sparks. Here's Heidemann. He's guarded by Angsler. Here's Dolson. Brink brings down the board.
She had all the space she needed, but just could not find the bottom of the bucket.
Pass to Angsler. Back to Cloud. Stokes. Lays it up and banks it in. Here's Las Vegas. Here in the fourth, they've only allowed just 4 points. Here's Ogumake. He's guarded by Angsler. Ogumake inside. Offensive rebound. Shoots over Angsler. And another miss by Las Vegas.
She hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but she has worked within the team to help them get the lead.
Cans it from downtown.
Well, it's nice to see Angsler knock the triple down because when she does this, the floor really opens up.
Pass to Heidemann. Diggins-Smith. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline.
Eventually, I think she'll start knocking those down again.
On the wing, Natasha Cloud, guarded by Diggins-Smith. Heidemann grabs the miss. Outside, Diggins-Smith. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Sparks. From deep. And it's Dolson with the rebound.
Sometimes she can hit that deep three, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
Now here's Ogumake. 5 to shoot. Heidemann. And another miss by Las Vegas. And here are the Sparks now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Cloud with it, guarded by Diggins-Smith. Brink, the shot is good.
Few players in this league move the ball around like Cloud. The best part, she rarely turns it over.
Pass to Heidemann. Diggins-Smith, she's covered by Cloud. Tries to snap the cold streak. That one rolling around and rims out. Now here's Angsler. It's hauled in by Cannon.
Something has gone wrong with her this quarter. She's going to have to get it together.
Here's Ogumake. Rebound by the Sparks.
She's tried to get it going, but the shots simply haven't been dropping for her.
Down low. And that one's good. Stokes.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Ogumake outside. Shoots over Angsler. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Fast break, here come the Sparks. Outside Brink. From 11 feet away.
2 minutes.
Heidemann grabs the miss. And it's been a pretty rough stretch for them.
Yeah, this is an important possession. It's essential they put a stop to this run.
Outside, Diggin Smith. Pass to Ogumake. Shoots over Angsler. Shot's good by Ogumake.
Well, she's very good from this mid-range area. Ogumake connected.
And here are the Sparks now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside for Cloud. To the middle. Brink. For 3. It's hauled in by Cannon.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
Pass to Ogumake. Again, the miss by Neko Ogumake. Brink a screen. From the arc. It doesn't go for her.
This has been a rough second half for her shooting the ball. She should probably adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Here's Heidemann. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Stokes. And here's Angsler. Angsler the screen. Three-pointer Natasha Cloud. Here's Brink. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Now Heidemann. So it's the Aces winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you just have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it. You saw the excellent defense, a potent offensive effort, and they were pretty much dominant.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.
Was them, yeah. I be stunting like a big timer. Was them, yeah. Another night. Was them, yeah. she give you drama. If you see me, just give me a holler. You need motion, I got all kinds of. If you see me, just give me a holler. If you see me, just give me a holler. My alarm going off, phone keep ringing, and there's money on my mind. Digits on the ceiling, and my pappy know for that's just the way it go when you living on the deep end. My little brother like my kids, cause all our daddy missing. We don't get Amber Alerts, we know them living. In my hood, we all the same and got the same story. When I say what's Am, that's just how we say good morning. Another day, another dollar. What's Am? I be stunting like a big timer. What's Am? Another night. What's Am? She give you drama. What's Am?